Youth Programming to Combat Violence by Ariana Johnson. Hello, everyone. Today we will be discussing the important issue of youth violence. As defined by the World Health Organization, youth violence refers to violence committed by or against individuals under the age of 29 and can include physical fighting, bullying, assault, gang violence, and even homicide in serious cases. Regrettably, violence impacts youth remains a widespread problem according to the data in 2020 in the United States. Individuals under 18 years of age accounted for at least 7% of all arrests for violent crimes such as robbery, assault, and murder. Addressing the complex roots of youth violence is vital, as risk factors exist on multiple levels, including individuals such as experience, relationships, home improvement, peer factors, influences, border social economics challenges, and facing many young people in our community. All right, so here we have impact of youth violence. Okay, so on individual levels, physical health concerns are substantial, with over 400,000 youth treated annually for assault related injuries that could have potentially led to long-term problems. However, the emotional and psychological impact should not be overlooked, as youth violence is often traumatic, causing fear, anxiety, and even PTSD. This level of stress can have a traumatic implication of disruptive education and limited opportunities for personal development. Communities face impacts as well as such as decrease in education and fewer economic perspectives for the youth due to early exposure of violence. So here we have roles of youth programming in addressing violence, okay? So, positive youth development programs can effectively help reduce youth violence by building skills in it, an asset in young people to counteract common risk factors, while also providing protection factors shown to decrease violent behavior, such as programs aiming to engage youth through constructive activities, mentorships, relationships, and safe socialization spaces in order to teach complexities like conflict resolution, emotion regulation, and non-violent problem solving that can de-escalate tension. Okay? Rather than solely forcing or risk avoidance, positive youth development also fosters education and training programs far as paths to include social economics, mobility, and open up opportunities, empowering the youth to make positive contribution to their communities and supporting networks needed to avoid violence. By utilizing the hostile problems in positive youth development approaches, programs can address both individuals' community level factors shown to either increase or decrease risk of youth engaging in violent acts. Alright, you guys, so here we have a spin wheel. You have media, schools, senior citizen, community organizations, parents and givers, college universities, first responders, government, business, faith-based organization, medical, and here we have youth again. Okay? So here's a cycle with many advantages to this problem. Their strategies and solutions, okay? Evidence-backed approach that are needed to address the youth violence, okay? So multi-sector partnership, uniting keys to stakeholders across selectors can maximize resource and align effort towards improving outcomes for the youth. Implementation of programs shown to reduce violence and cultivate resilience through research-supported methods are vital. However, simply forcing on symptoms alone is not enough. Okay, you must also tag fundamental roots caused like poverty, trauma, and lack of opportunity in many communities. Engaging in youth through civil participation, far as leadership development and cultive activities, can change energy in positive ways. Empowering youth as change agents with a voice and solutions that impacts their lives can foster commitment and substantial of effort over time. Example that I would use for myself, you know, growing up, you always wanted to be within society. You wanted to follow what everybody else done, just to fit into that circle. And I ended up having to get a counselor, and just that courage and that wisdom and just having somebody to be there to support me. Although yeah, I had my mom, my mom was my number one, but my mom was always working. It was things that she wouldn't understand. So to have that person, that mentor, that just that energy of somebody being positive that can show you something different that your parent may can't, that is what matters. Just being able to communicate with the youth is empowering. You don't understand how you can just change a kid's life just by being a listening ear or just being that role model that they never had.